Welcome to the Lauren Blackwell channel. Today I want to talk about Kanye West and what I think of the statement he made towards Jay-Z's child. Kanye West posts a lot of things on Twitter, and he would sometimes disappear and then reappear and begin to post a series of things. And we've pretty much learned to ignore a lot of his sporadic postings by now. However, recently we saw what he posted about Jay-Z's son, and he said that the boy had a disability, a mental disability, but he said it in a very disrespectful way, using the R word that nobody uses anymore. And for some reason, he thought it was okay to refer to his former friend's child using the word. Naturally, a lot of people were outraged. They didn't think it was okay, and neither did Jay-Z. So we are hearing reports that Kanye West might be sued, or at least there will be some sort of legal repercussions as a result of this. He did delete what he posted, but the damage is already done. So here's what I think. I think that Kanye West does not care about Jay-Z's family, his kids, his wife. He does not really care about any of that. He cares about Jay-Z. And by care, I don't mean that in a nice way. What I mean is he wants Jay-Z's attention because Jay-Z has made it a point to ignore him ever since he and Kanye were no longer friends and are no longer making music together. So Jay-Z has gone his separate way, and he has been ignoring Kanye by not going to his wedding, not really reaching out to him when Kanye needed it. And Kanye West is still having a very difficult time. And I think this is just a stunt to get Jay-Z's attention. How else can you get a man's attention if not by poking at his children? So Kanye West decided to use the most disrespectful phrase or word that he can think of in order to draw Jay-Z out to interact with him. This is what toxic people do. When somebody is toxic and they're poking at you, and you try to dismiss them and ignore what they're doing, they will do everything in their power to pull you out and drag you into the drama. That is what I think Kanye West is doing. The problem with this, though, in this Kanye situation, is that Kanye has a diagnosis. He has a mental health diagnosis, which, as much as people want to separate his actions from his diagnosis, it is very difficult to do so, especially because it is not a physical diagnosis, it is a psychological one. So obviously, it will affect the way that he thinks and the way that he expresses himself. Who knows? Maybe he was in a manic episode when he posted that. And how do you begin to hold someone responsible when they're in that state? How do you hold them responsible for their actions? It is also possible that Kanye West is using his diagnosis as an excuse to be disrespectful to someone that he believes has been disrespectful to him for a long time. And it's like he's trying to get back at Jay-Z, and he knows that he can hide behind his diagnosis to do things like this and get away with it. So how do we know? How do you tell the difference between when he's truly in a manic episode or when he's not? You wouldn't know. There's just no way to tell. But I feel like that diagnosis that he got can be used as a shield for him to hide behind. It could also be the cause for his behavior. One of the best ways that I found out to tell what a person's true intention is when they do something really horrible, how do they react afterwards? Do they stand by what they said? Do they try to take it back but not really? Do they not take it back at all? Or are they like apologetic and honest about their apology? So that to me will tell you what a person's true intentions are. And after Kanye posted that and he got a lot of backlash, he did go back and delete the tweet. It's not up anymore. It was not up for a long time before he deleted it. But when he deleted it, what did he say as a reason for posting that? So after Kanye West deleted the post, which I'm not sure why he deleted the post, if he was going to stand 10 toes down in it, he might as well have left it up. But anyway, after he deleted the post, he said something that was probably even worse than the post itself, which I guess makes it obvious that it is not his illness that's making him do this. He is doing this on purpose. He said, "There will never be an apology to the Carter family until they help me with my children." And then he said, "Men be getting one man out of jail at a time to look prestigious. The Carters and the Kardashian are basically the same, except the Kardashians are S and X trafficking." I had to paraphrase some of the words there and switch them up a little bit for obvious reasons. So, yeah, this is what Kanye said. So it's obvious that he knows what he's doing. He, in his mind, being strategic. I'm not sure why he thinks he can bully the Carters into helping him. He has custody agreement with Kim Kardashian, and I guess he does not like the way Kim is raising the children. So he wants to take them away from her or stop that from happening to where his kids are no longer being exposed or subject to whatever he thinks Kim is exposing them to. And he wants help from Jay-Z. And instead of going and asking politely, which the response would probably be no, you can't just meddle in someone's custody agreement. But instead of asking nicely and being a mature person, this is the route that he chose to take. And every action that Kanye West takes against Jay-Z or Jay-Z's children almost guarantees that they will never come back to being friends ever again. Especially what he has done now. Like, imagine if whatever he did previously to Jay-Z caused Jay-Z to cut him off for this long. What he's doing now is so much worse, and he can guarantee that they will no longer be friends ever. And of course, Jay-Z's not going to help him with his children because, in a sense, what he is asking is a little bit unreasonable after he's already agreed to a custody agreement with his ex-wife. So this is not helping matters, and I'm not sure how the Carters are going to proceed. They probably will just send him a cease and desist letter for him to stop talking about them. But I doubt if they will go all out against him for the same reason I stated earlier, which is the fact is the man is just having some mental health issues. He may not be deep into his mental health problems when he posted this, but it is difficult to completely separate his mental health from his overall viewpoint and his outlook and how he interprets what people are doing. And it's just very difficult to go after somebody like that the same way you would go after someone that does not have any mental health issues. I feel really bad for, honestly, everyone involved because considering how Kanye West is carrying on, if he knows stuff about you, he is so volatile that he can just spill it one day and not even care how it affects you, and you will be left having to rectify the problem. Him talking about Jay-Z's child is rather unnecessary. Like, I mean, what he said is untrue in the way that he said it. However, everybody knows, or at least a lot of people know, that the youngest child, I think it was written somewhere. I forgot where I saw it, but the youngest child is quite neurodivergent, which is not news to anybody. It's I thought that was common knowledge at this point that he is neurodivergent. I personally feel like Beyonce is quite neurodivergent. I don't know. I've never really heard people talk about it yet. So I kind of don't want to talk about people's health if they're not talking about it. But that's just a sense that I get. So yeah, what Kanye West did is unnecessary, and he needs to keep children out of his problems with adults. That's all I have on this. Thank you guys for watching. See you in my next one. Like and subscribe. Bye, guys.